Good afternoon or good early evening, everybody. Welcome to another video. And this week, as I promised last week, we are doing a roller coaster video again. So we're back. We've switched back for a week to Jason Rides Coasters. So this one is going to be a little different from the previous ones because it's been a heavy focus on the other ones of Cedar Point, place I love to go to. Place that was one of my happy places, and a place that I'm really hoping to get to this summer. A return that has been years in the making. But today we're going to bring you pictures from another place. We're going to bring you some pictures from our very own Canada's Wonderland here in Canada, and as well as a park that I've been to a couple of times. That's just a little bit into New York on the other side of the Niagara Falls border, and that would be Darien Lake. It's in a place called Darien Lake, New York. So these are the three pictures and and this is the two main areas I'm going to focus in on today: Canada's Wonderland and Darien Lake. And this will actually conclude, this video today will be the final bit of showing pictures per se, but I still have a couple of great videos coming up in the next couple of months that I want to dive into and kind of bring you more of roller coaster stuff in, so I hope that you like that. But today, let's get to the content of today, shall we? And we're going to start out with this picture here. So this is Canada's Wonderland, and this is the ride Behemoth. Okay, so it's one of the big roller coasters at Canada's Wonderland. And actually, we went to Canada's Wonderland for years and years. I can recall even being a younger guy going to Canada's Wonderland. And we would go to Cedar Point, and the reason we loved Cedar Point is their coasters were awesome. They were big, they were fast, they were incredible thrill to go on. And Canada's Wonderland just didn't really have that. They didn't have anything in the real big category until, ironically enough, the same company that owns Cedar Point took over Canada's Wonderland, and they realized that too, and they were like, hey, we need to put big ones in at Canada's Wonderland. So this is one of the ones they put in later. Big one, Behemoth. So let me show you a picture up here. So you can see that there. That is kind of the picture of it. And yeah, it's pretty big, isn't it? It's got a couple of pretty good sized hills on it. And it's called Behemoth. So it has a... first drop is 230 feet, so that is over the 200-foot barrier. The first time that ever happened at Canada's Wonderland when they put this coaster in, a coaster over that big. Speed of the first drop is 77 miles an hour, or 125 kilometers an hour, so pretty good speed. The angle of descent on that first hill is 75 degrees. The length of this roller coaster is 5,318 feet, and it takes 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go through the ride. So not a bad ride. Behemoth, and we rode this in 2008. I got here the first time we rode it was June 25th, 2008, which we had a big summer that summer, actually, because I believe we also went to Cedar Point that summer too. So we went to a couple of big places to do stuff. Anyway, this is Behemoth, and this is the picture taken on Behemoth, and I will show it to you. And it's a good picture. You can tell by the look on our face we're both really enjoying it. So there I am right there, and there's my mom right there. So there we go, on Behemoth. And there's these people behind us, we don't know them, and the people in front, we don't know them. But that is Behemoth, taken on Behemoth in June 25th, 2008. Okay, so that is Behemoth. I got another picture here. Oh, this was... I already showed that picture a while ago. I just saw another picture and I was like, didn't know what it was. So that's Behemoth at Canada's Wonderland. And I have to actually admit, the last time I went to Canada's Wonderland and rode that ride, I came off it and didn't feel very good the rest of the day. I really felt dizzy and off balance, and because it's got a lot of G-force on it, and it just seems like it goes up one hill, down one hill, up one hill, down one hill. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But anyway, that's how I felt last time I rode that. Okay, so let's go to the next one here. And this is at Canada's Wonderland. And this is even a bigger roller coaster than the Behemoth. So this is called Leviathan. And this was put in after Behemoth, but this was taken, this picture was taken, I am guessing in 2013. 2013. So if you can believe it, my mom rode roller coasters with me for a long time, and this was the last time we actually did roller coasters together that year. But she was in her 60s. She was probably at least 65 maybe, and still going on these things. Amazing. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it till I'm 65. But anyway, this was, my mom was quite a rider. So this was Leviathan. And let me give you the numbers on Leviathan here as well. Okay, I got them up here. So this is Canada's Wonderland as well. Okay. And let me just... this roller coaster is 306 feet tall. So it's classified a giga coaster. It's a giga coaster. Cedar Point has one of those too, called Millennium Force. It's over 300 feet. It's an amazing ride. This is a 306-foot drop, which is 76 feet taller than Behemoth. And it's got a steep 80 degrees drop. What other stats of it is, and it goes up to 148 kilometers an hour. So those are some of the facts with this one. So 306 feet tall, 80 degree drop, and 148 kilometers an hour. So it's a pretty good one. And I must admit, I like Leviathan quite a bit. And so here's a picture of me and my mom on Leviathan. And this was, I think, 2013. That's a pretty good, clear picture there. So we're both kind of grimacing, like, and because it's going along pretty fast, and you can tell by our hair is kind of up in the air a bit. It's a pretty fast-moving coaster. And this is Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. So that's a great picture. That was taken, as I said, I think in 2013. So, so there, you have that one. And finally, the last one we're going to look at today on our coaster video is from Darien Lake. I haven't been there quite as much as Canada's Wonderland or Cedar Point. But it is still a good ride, this was taken back in 2002 at Darien Lake. The ride is called Superman, Ride of Steel, Superman. Superman, how many people like Superman? I got all the original Christopher Reeve movies on DVD, loved those movies, Superman. So anyway, let's give you some facts of this ride. It stands at 208 feet at its highest point. The first drop is 205 feet. So it's more along the lines of the first one I showed you, Behemoth, in terms of the size of the drop. The angle of the first drop, 70 degrees. The length of the coaster is 5,350 feet. The top speed is 75 miles per hour. And the G-force, 0 G's on hills. Number of seconds of weightlessness, there's about 5 to 7 seconds of weightlessness to get down the first hill. So this is Superman at Darien Lake. And now I must confess to you, I believe when this picture was taken, I think it had to do with the fact it was a hot day. I think it had to do with the fact that I might have been getting a little overheated. I didn't feel the greatest. I kind of felt dizzy, kind of felt lightheaded, and here I am going on this massive roller coaster, and I thought, should I be going on this? But I thought, well, why not, right? And I was fine. I didn't pass out on it or anything, and I didn't pass out ever at the park, but I just didn't feel right at that time. I think it was just the heat. But here we go. Here's a picture of me and my mom on this. Okay. And so there we are, right there and right there. There I am, and there's my mom. I mean, there I am, and there's my mom, right there. So this was taken in 2002. So it's a little bit of an older picture, 2002. But that is Superman at Darien Lake. So those are the coasters I want to talk about today and show you. Those are kind of the final coaster videos that I have. But as I said, a couple of great things coming up in the next couple of months, including a very special one coming up in March. You'll find out more about that when that time comes, but that's I look forward to doing that video. So this has been Jason Rides Coasters, and so I hope you liked it. I hope that you enjoyed the yeah, I just hope you enjoyed the pictures and the facts about these roller coasters. So next week we're back to singing. Bring that to you sometime next weekend, and that'll be what we'll be going back to next weekend. So until then, we will see you then. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.